Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we will be doing standard form. So standard form is a way of writing down very large numbers or very small numbers easily. So let's say we had 10 to the 3. This basically means 10 times 10 times 10. So the number here at the top means power, and this at the bottom is the base. So the power tells you how much time you multiply the base by itself. So 10 to the 3, you multiply 10 by itself 3 times. So 10 times 10 times 10 gives you 1,000. So let's say we had 4 times 10 to the 3. What this is saying is 4 times 10 times 10 times 10. We already know that this is 1,000. So 1,000 times 4 gives you 4,000. Cool? So let's say we have this number here, 81,900. If you look at this number, you will realize that there is no visible decimal place. If you don't see a decimal point, the decimal point is at the back of the number. So what we do now is we look for the first non-zero number, the first non-zero, which could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. So the first non-zero number is 8. So we write the 8, we put a decimal point after the 8, and then we write all the numbers that come after the 8. Usually we don't write any zeros that come after because they're just placeholders. So we could just say 8.19. What you do after this is you say times 10. Now remember that the decimal point in the initial question was here at the end. Here at the end. But we move the decimal point here. So how many places should we move from where we are now to where the decimal place was? 1, 2, 3, 4 places, and that is 4 places to the right. So once you're going to the right, the power is positive, so it's times 10 to the 4. Let's try another example. 3142. Right? So the first step, write the first non-zero number, which is a 3. Then you write a decimal point and you write the numbers that come afterwards. Recall that the decimal point in a question, if there is none seen, it is at the end. Times 10, right? But we said that the decimal point was here in the initial question. We placed the decimal point here. So we have to count from here to where it was initially given. 1, 2, 3. We went 3 places to the right, so it is positive 3. Let's try this example here. 0.00012. So we realize that the decimal point is here. So the first thing we do, look for the first non-zero number, which is the 1. And we put a decimal point, then the number that comes after the 1, we place it there. We then say times 10. Now, pay attention. The decimal point is here, but you realize that we put the decimal point here. So now we have to count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the left. Once you go to the left, the power becomes negative, so it is negative 4. Let's try another one. 0.0438. We look for the first non-zero number, which is 4. So it's 4, we put a decimal point, and we write the numbers that would come afterwards. We then say times 10. So the decimal point is here, but we put the decimal point here. So we count 1, 2 places, but 2 places to the left, so the power is negative. let's say I had a standard form number, 2.10 times 10 to the minus 3. How could I get this to be an ordinary number? We look to see what the power is. The power is a minus 3. Once the power is negative, we go to the left. So the decimal point is already here. So what we simply do is move 3 places, 1, 2, 3, and we write a decimal point. So the answer is 0.00210 as an ordinary number. Let's try another one. 4.7 times 10 to the 2. We look to see that the power is positive. So that means we're going 2 places to the right. The decimal point is here, so we go 1, 2. So the answer for this is 3470. Standard form is so easy. Okay, let's try something more complex. Let's say we have P equal 8 times 10 to the 5 and Q equal 5 times 10 to the minus 2. Let's say we want to find P times Q. This is basically saying 8 times 10 to the 5 times 5 times 10 to the minus 2. We're just substituting what P is and what Q is. So what you would do, you'd group the numbers that are by themselves. So the 8 and the 5, and you're multiplying. So 8 times 5. Then you group the numbers with the same bases. Times 10 to the 5. Wow. Times 10 to the minus 2. So you say 8 times 5 gives you 40 times 10. So the bases are the same. So we just add the powers. So 5 plus minus 2 gives you a positive 3. Right? But this is not finished because we can get this in a simpler form by saying 4. So the decimal point is here. We're going to move the decimal point here. And we're going to count 1 place to the right. So it's 4 times 10 to the 4th power. Let's use the same example and say we're finding P divided by Q. That's saying 8 times 10 to the 5 divided by 5 times 10 to the minus 2. Right? So we're going to use the numbers that are by themselves again, but we're dividing this time. So it's 8 divided by 5 times 10 to the 5 divided by 10 to the minus 2. So if you say 8 divided by 5, you're going to get 1.6. Right? Now the bases are the same, however this time we are dividing. If the bases are the same and you're dividing, we subtract the powers. So it's 5 minus minus 2, which gives you 7. So it's 1.6 times 10 to the 7. And that's basically all there is to standard form. I'm going to write some questions for you guys to try. Alright, so try these. 1, 4, 3, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3.29, 1, 0, 0, 1.9. And you're going to convert these to standard form. You can pause the video here and then I'm going to write the solution so you can check your answers. So the answer for number 1 is 4.00210. And if you got those, well done. I'm going to give you one of the complex questions to try now. Let's say P was equal to 6 times 10 to the 4 and Q was equal to 3 times 10 to the minus 3. You're going to find P times Q and P divided by Q. So you can pause the video here and I'll write the answers. So P times Q and P divided by Q So these are the answers for that. So if you got those, well done, and I'll see you guys next time.